Toy Story 4. This is the continuation of the Toy Story franchise. Really, I felt like the third movie ended it perfectly. I was one of those people that I didn't even really know why we were doing another movie. But I rewatched Toy Story 1, 2, and 3 before this. I'd forgotten parts of 2. 3, I still think is a masterpiece and like a perfect movie. But I went into this open-minded, and then when the reviews started coming out, I was getting excited. I was like, man, is this going to be another Pixar masterpiece? It is really, really good. I don't know if it's as good as the first 3 movies. It's kind of like a spin-off almost. They tie into parts of the other movies a little bit. But for the most part, this is a story about Woody and kind of about him letting go. Kind of storyline, and then there's a little romance between Bo Peep, which I had heard years ago that that's what this movie was going to be about, and that is a key thing in this movie. There's a lot of good things about this movie. There's a few things I didn't like, but for the most part, I really enjoyed this movie. The movie opens with this amazing scene 9 years ago, so it's a little bit of Andy back in there. We find out what happens to Bo Peep, and it is like photorealistic. The graphics are, I mean, it is amazing looking. It's definitely the best looking Pixar movie so far. It reminded me in Good Dinosaur how they had these like photorealistic backgrounds with dinosaurs running around in it. This time it looks even better because it just had the toys running around. But it looked fantastic, and it was storming. So we had my rain scene, which instantly got it a half-star bonus. And it looks really good. The whole movie looks fantastic. With each Toy Story, there's a significant jump in graphics quality because they paced these movies out so far apart. I mean, it's been 9 years since Toy Story 3, and that movie looked fantastic. So it's just crazy how they can jump the effects like they do. Like I said, this is a Woody storyline, and anything involving him or Buzz or Bo Peep, all that stuff was really, really good. I like this whole storyline they had going on. They end up in this antique shop with this girl doll named Gabby Gabby. I liked all that stuff. And like I said, it's beautiful. I didn't get really emotional in this one. In Toy Story 3, I kind of like am waterworks, just like crying all over the place. In this one, there is a scene towards the end that I get a little bit emotional, and at the beginning. But other than that, like it's more of a different kind of spin story where it's cool to see and it was enjoyable, but it's not something that I feel like fits in the main storyline. A few of the things I didn't like, I do feel like there's a ton of new side characters, and sometimes it feels like they're trying to throw a little too much in there. Like, they really liked Forky. His character was cool, and I liked Bonnie making him, and the explanation. Like, anything having to do with him was really cool. But then we got into, like, Bo Peep's side characters, and then the stunt guy played by Keanu Reeves, and it just kept going and going and going, and I was like, woo, we're getting a lot of characters here, and it kind of has a hard time focusing on specific characters because there's just so many new characters, and a lot of the older characters we know kind of get left behind. They're kind of not very prominent in this film because we've got all these new characters we gotta focus on. So I'd say that's a negative. Another negative, there's no real villain of the film. They kind of lead you on to make you think one specific character is a villain, but about halfway through the movie you can tell that this is not going to be a villain character. So that's kind of a flaw of the film, whereas in the third movie you had a really significant villain, and they try and turn him, and they just can't turn him. So the 3, for me, those were the 2 little negatives they had. It still was a fun story. It still was emotional. It was beautiful to watch. And this is definitely something I would not mind adding to my Blu-ray collection. And it would probably, I don't know if it would make my top 10 Pixar movies, but it was a nice little addition that I wasn't expecting, liking as much as I did. I will say, like I said, I don't know if I like it better. I just rewatched the first 3, and I think I still like all those better, especially Toy Story 3. But I enjoyed it. So I'm going to give Toy Story 4 a 4.5 out of 5. That's what I gave the first 2 Toy Stories. I gave the third one a 5 out of 5. So I enjoyed it. If you like Toy Story, it's going to be really, really good. You're gonna like it. It's definitely worth checking out. Until next time, this is Rainy Cage. Peace out.